Hey guys, how you doing? Here we are, once again looking at fruit trees in kind of a conventional orchard setup, but they're starting to integrate some, intercropping techniques with nitrogen fixers, which is always an exciting thing. So they have, as you can see, I'm just kind of touching the soil here, but look how fine this gets right here. So this soil really has a lack of nutrients in it, and it's really almost a pure silt. Very low organic matter, no clay, no sand. So very, what does that mean? What does that mean when we don't have sand? Sand, to me, always, I think about the breakdown of minerals such as rocks and shells and things like that until microbes can utilize them and plants can uptake these water-soluble minerals out of that once they erode down to a fine powder. And the silt really doesn't have that. So we're trying to bring the minerals back into the soil with these plants and some of the other techniques that they're using. This is a perennial peanut, and it's a ground cover, and they put it all 360 degrees around this avocado tree, and it is going to be a nitrogen fixing ground cover that locks and holds this loose dirt into the ground to prevent wind and water erosion, and it's going to prevent nutrient leaching in the soil as well. And as you can see around, we have a lot of low-lying guinea grass at this point. This grass can shoot up, and so we're taking advantage of another plant that has far more beneficial properties than just the invasive grass here normally would, and we're taking advantage of that. As you can see, this is a phenomenal ground cover for the tropics. It works really well here. It's a hardy and vigorous plant, and it really locks and holds those soil organisms together, forming nice chunky soil clumps. It'll create organic matter, and it's a natural mulch. Behind it, you can see the remnants right here of some blue rock. What this is this is a rock dust. It's like a rock mineral, essentially. So they're, typically when you're drinking tap water, for instance, this is just a common example of minerals in your life. They strip all of this water of any nutrients, especially, or of any minerals for the most part, and we're putting chemicals in there, and that's really similar to what we're doing here in our modern agriculture today. You're mineral depleted in your body because of a lot of the techniques of feeding yourself that you use, and the way that we're feeding plants is also there's a lack of nutrients in those systems. So this system right here is remineralizing. It's remineralization. You can remineralize your bones, you can remineralize soils, and it's a really important component to growing strong, healthy, and nutrient-rich foods out of soil. We're increasing the microfauna in the soil, and we're invigorating this tree. They're digesting more minerals, and they have some great water-soluble minerals in here to give us a nice healthy avocado that's pest resistant and is able to withstand some intense sunlight. In addition to that, speaking of sunlight, we're here. This is a nice shady kind of overstory tree, and it's blocking out any weeds from coming in, which is a really important thing to note, that when you don't have bare soils and you don't have direct sunlight on soils, the shade is acting as a natural mulch. And here in the tropics, some of these trees can grow faster than you can grow mulch out of cover crops, which means that you can take advantage of these trees that grow really quickly to block out the sun. That allows you to reduce your weeding time and reduces the anti-nutritive property of some of these invasive grasses that are not necessary for us, and they're not necessary for our animals as well. We can plant things that are far more beneficial and they're far higher in nutrients. So thank you for tuning in to this quick video. We've shot a lot today, so it's time to wind down. We're heading back, and enjoy.